go. I'm back again. The art is still flowing. It is in the air, and we are just zoned into the abstract painting adventure. And hi, I'm your host Eric Black for the JCAL Education at Home series Anyone Can, and I'm here to show you that anyone can be an abstract painter. I've been drawing all my life, like I've said before. I studied fine arts with a concentration in printmaking. I've done graphics for countless companies, from small mom and pop shops to big Fortune 500 companies. And this is episode 3. And in this episode, we're going to be doing that thing that you see in a lot of different modern art exhibits. We're going to be getting messy today. We're going to be using splashes of paints, drips of paints, pouring paint to make some cool abstract art. And this one is going to be fun, and we're going to be using a lot of colors, and let's see where it takes us. Yes, and we're doing black because we really want these paint splatters and splashes of paint to pop out. Okay. Okay, now we're getting into the fun part of what we're going to be doing here, and we are going to do some of those splashes of paint and lines and drips that you see in a lot of museums. Okay, so let's go. Got my rubber gloves on, and we're going to hit the canvas. So this is all about the emotion, and I'm just going to put some paint down. And this is just going to be my background color that I'm using. Blue. Once again, I'm using this as my background colors right now. Okay. I know this is a strange color combination I'm using, but I have a vision for this. Okay. So right now I'm just putting down some colors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to accent these color areas, these colored areas, with a lighter shade. Okay. So some people use the brushes to splatter the paint. Some people use their hands. I'm just going to use the brush. I'm going to splatter some of this paint all over this thing. String it on with my hands, just so I can add some texture. Yeah, don't be afraid to get messy here. And then I'm going to use the lighter colors on top of some of the darker. So here we go. You can see I'm having way too much fun doing this. And the further away you get from the canvas, the more stringy it becomes, the paint. Remember, there's a method to the madness here. I'm just going with it. Whatever I feel is what I'm doing. I'm dipping my hands right into it. You can flicker your fingers. Okay. So yeah, you see that, you see where we're going with this. All right. So, like I said, this is one of those things where you just have fun with it. You're splashing paints. You're dripping paints. And you're making your abstract masterpiece. You're putting the paint wherever you see fit. Okay, so now We're still going on our little artistic journey. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be pouring the paint actually on the canvas. And we're going to do some cool things with that. So you're just going to get your mixed paint and pour. So I'm going to start over here on this edge right here. Do a thin little line of paint. Then I'm going to do my second line. Okay. My little blue right here. I'll let this paint connect. Like I said, wherever you think the paint needs to be poured, pour it. Pour it on top if you need to. Okay, now after you pour the paint, you can start shifting it a little bit and moving it around to cover the canvas. Yep, the thicker the canvas, the more paint you put, the better. So you can see this is starting to come into shape, starting to come to life. And you can use your palette knife if you want. If you want to keep the paint flowing a little bit more. If you want to move it in a certain direction. And that adds a whole different effect. That adds a different feeling than just the paint just blending. And then once again, we're going to pick it up a little bit and move it around a little bit. Look at that. Look at this. Look at these shapes. Look at this. Look at those nuances. And you can truly make something beautiful and unique. Now I'm seeing that I want a little bit of color on that little splotch over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little orange and gray. And a little bit of gray. And then I'm going to do my little shifting thing and move it around a little bit. This is messy, so be sure to have paint or like a little bit of paper down. Okay. You can create some beautiful artwork. This has a marble look to it. The colors are blending. As it dries, the paint is going to creep off and seep. And it's just going to look really nice. And depending on the colors you use, you can make something that looks totally awesome. You could frame it and hang it up in any room in your house. It's just great. It's just a fun way to paint. And you feel like you're releasing your energy. And you could feel the energy of the moment stored in that painting. Okay, for this one, we're going to do something a little bit differently, but similar concept. So I already prepped this canvas, and I used some duller colors because I want to go bright on this one. I love using the bright colors. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to pour the paint inside of my cup. I'm going to do one color. Okay, we got one color there. Then I'm going to do another color. I'm going to do my yellow. Okay. And then I'm going to use my green. Then I'm going to add my blue. Okay. You can see that cup. I don't know how closely you can see, but you can see it has a little rainbow effect now. Okay. So I put a few colors. And now I'm just going to pour this on. I'm going to pour this on my canvas. And let me zoom in. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. Okay. And now watch. I'm going to pour this out. Now look at that. And I'm going to go down on the canvas. Go up a little bit on the canvas. And look at that effect we created. We created a beautiful effect on this canvas. We have those bold colors in the middle. And it just created a nice effect that will look beautiful in a home or on a wall. And experiment. The whole thing is to experiment with these techniques and try different things. And you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised what you can create. Okay. Okay, we're not done yet. I'm going to add a few more. We have some paint left. And I'm going to just add a little paint to a few more areas. And there you have it. I stopped right there because I thought it was a good place to stop. And I'm going to use my palette knife to do a little extra blending on here. To do a little smudging. And there you have it. All right, so let's go. This is another cool one. You can be an abstract painter. Okay, and that wraps up our lesson for today. Let's look and see what we created today. So look, we have this piece that has so much energy to it. You know, the black really helped the colors pop out. And we have our little paint splatters on top. And I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm going to hang this right in my studio. We have this one that we poured. Almost looks like, you know, when we poured the paint, it started to resemble marble. And it looks like a crystal ball on a canvas. So pretty cool effect just by pouring the paint side to side. Like how this came out. And this is another one. It came out beautiful. It has an elegance to it. You know, we just poured the paint on and then moved it around and let it, you know, pour right off the canvas, you know. Once again, look how different. Just by pouring paint and using different techniques. Goodbye, till next time.